This man is really stepping up, and it's for a reason that every parent dreads: customized caskets for flood victims. It was back in 2022 I first talked to Trey Gannon. It was right after the Uvalde school shooting when he was helping families there. Once again now, Gannon is telling me that he is helping families of the Texas Hill Country flood victims. He operates out of Edna, Texas, under Soulshine Industries, and he's asking you to call him. He said he will not turn away anyone. This is what he told me in a Zoom interview. How many families have you spoken to so far?
Um, about 9 families so far, but multiple victims yeah, per family. It's not like, okay, well, just one of my children were there. It was, 3 or 4, or a whole family that was there, and just left one sibling. And I'm talking with one of the daughters. So it has been very tragic. They have not had time to grieve really because they're still searching. We talked about that today. Um, and, it's just very hard for them right now to commit and do anything else because everything that they're doing is trying to find their loved one. Um, so we've talked to a lot of families that haven't decided what they want, but they know they're using us. So we are on hold on a lot of the caskets and urns that we're making because we're waiting for the family to find them. And they just said, "Is this real? Are you doing this?" And yes. And so we've had a lot of communication with families like that, and we've had long talks and very good conversations. And um, this has been a little different than most because typically, the loved ones are there; they already know what they want, and this has been a total different situation. I lived in Kerrville. My grandfather's buried there. I can't fathom being up in the middle of the hill country and having this kind of catastrophe happen.
Yeah, I think um, nobody has seen anything like that before. It is definitely something that I think a lot of people are still, grappling with. And I can't imagine the phone calls that you've had with those families and how difficult that is. And, I want to say, like, first of all, the reason that you and I are talking now and we're doing this interview is because I remembered when you did the customized caskets back then during Uvalde, and you were offering your services for free. And when you and I spoke this time around, you said you're offering your services for free again.
Yes, and our services are free for the victims in this tragic event. And I've had all kinds of family members call me from different, and they're like, "Okay, well, just do we count? Are we available to have your services?" And yes, you are. I mean, this is something that we've been doing is our passion. We have a nonprofit organization that we've set up called Let Us Soul Shine Foundation. And the hard thing is, people don't understand that I get these calls on a daily basis for people in tragedies. Um, like, okay, say that their child had cancer and passed away in cancer, and they don't have any money to bury their child because they've been, paying for cancer treatment and car accidents or anything like that. And so my foundation is set up to help people in a time of need, not just catastrophes like this or major events. It's an everyday process. It's not, this is something that we deal with every day. And it's very hard, it gets heavy on our end. And we're a small company, wife and my son basically here. And I have had a family reach out to me, and we're doing their services. And also, they want their family members to be buried together, but they are still searching for the other family members. So that is a little different than what we've come across before. Prayed with the woman, and it's very heartbreaking to have. It was her mother and father that passed away. They were camping, and actually 5 of her family members, and we're doing all 5 of them. But they wanted them to be buried together, so we're waiting until they find her mom. At the shop, we've been taking phone calls from families They still are searching for their loved ones. We have quite a few urns to do and caskets already.
And you
You
said
know,
you
it
companies, right? Because you have to drive out to Houston and Dallas sometimes to get those caskets. And you said you
right.
had companies help you out as well, step up and help you.
This time we haven't had anybody help us out just yet as far as grabbing the caskets and stuff. We're doing that. We've actually had family members pick up caskets at the warehouse, so they can drive straight there if they wanted to. If they're in, and we're, can't get there in just a short amount of time, and they needed it. Like I said, we had one picked up today from a one of our warehouses because they needed a child's casket for their daughter, and they didn't have any at the funeral home. So they went over there, picked it up because it was faster for her to go grab it. And she's like, I will go get it. And I'm like, okay. And so that happened today. And I was grateful she was able to do that. But I did have people on standby. It just would have took another 3 hours to get it to her, maybe four, before she would have had it. And she wanted it before. And they had services today. And we do our best to try to help families through this situation because the hardest thing that they're having to do is pick out a casket for their loved one. And so we want to take that and make that an easier process. I tell everybody this starts the healing. When you can sit there and talk about, if your dad loved fishing and we build some type of fishing themed casket, you're going to talk about all the fish that he said were, this big or that were actually this big, things that would actually bring that back to life and remember the good things. And that's why we do this.
Yeah, that's an interesting way of putting it. I guess you're saying it's a bit therapeutic for the families as they sit there and talk about, their loved ones and the best things that they remember about them.
And not only that, this is the last thing that they're going to be able to do for their loved one, whether it be their dad, mom, grandma, child. This is the last thing, and so we try to make it very memorable for them and to represent their loved one. Definitely, that's what we're here for. And so my name kind of says it all. We want their soul to shine, so it's Soul Shine.
Soul Shine is the name of your business. How many years
Mhm.
have you been doing this now, Trey?
Me and my wife were just talking about that, and I want to say it's 16 years ish we've been doing this. And it was funny because when we met, we've been together for 28 years. And I told her I wanted to do caskets. It was like, okay, that's not, that, okay, weirdo. What do you mean? And she didn't understand that it wasn't about doing the casket. It was about doing something cool for that person. Because when my friend passed away in high school and I went to his service, I'm thinking, we hunted together. Why don't we have camouflage or deerskin interior, something to bring back the campfire stories instead of this sad, somber box? Nobody wants to look at it. Nobody's thinking about the good things. All they're thinking about is, oh my gosh, look at Tommy in that box, and so that's how my business came about. And
Hmm.
it's been hard, I tell you. It's been up and down, but we fought tooth and nail to keep this business going just for things like this, and we want to be there for the families.
And you said that you are working alongside a man from Bernie. And what does he do, Justin?
So, so he's a graphic designer. He helped us a lot with the Uvalde victims. Mari did design here at Soul Art, and we emailed that to Justin. We drove the caskets there. We painted them in Edna. Edna drove to Graphics House, applied all the wraps, and from there, and then they delivered for us. So they were a great help. I call that our dream team, and of course, we don't want a dream team, but that was something that we did 19 caskets, I think, in 3 days.
How do you do the caskets? I know you said it takes you about one day, one casket per day, right?
Right.
Is this all
Well,
like hand drawn, hand painted? Like, how do you do it?
well, each casket's done totally different. Like some that we do, we specifically paint whatever color they want. Um, and we'll either paint on their design, or what we usually do is kind of a top wrap, or wrap, a vinyl wrap on top of the colors. So it actually changes everything. It makes it so much faster because we can shoot the casket a specific color, and then we wrap across the top or the sides, and that's specialized to that person. Having the designers on hand with us is very, very, it makes things very smooth. We can send a proof to the family. Um, we can send a proof to the family. Um, and having the digital wrap part done, we can put pictures and they look identical. So if you're airbrushing, and you're trying to hurry and airbrush and you only have a certain amount of time to get it done, it's very hard to get the fine details. So with the printer, we can print it out, we can Photoshop, add wings. I mean, do any kind of specialty thing that they would want, and it looks perfect.
So are you ready to take on as many people as possible? Because you and I were talking, we're doing this interview because you want to spread the word to the public and let them know that you want to help in any way possible. And we want these families to
We
know that
are
you're
we
there.
are ready for that. If we need more people to step up and help, we have that. Um, Time frame is a big issue for us, so we definitely are here. So the families can call us, and we'll do 100% the best that we can do to try to have everything done and done perfect. That's our thing. We don't want to just kind of rush through something and have something that they're not happy with. Kind of interesting thing is we've had a donation from Athena Strand. She was a little girl up Dallas area that was picked up by the FedEx driver that passed away.
Mhm.
Young girl. I donated her casket. Well, her mom started a foundation, and she called me yesterday and said that their foundation wants to make a donation to help with this
Oh, wow.
catastrophe. And so she's like, "You helped us, and we want to help you." And it's just kind of one of those things, and we've become family. So she's like, "Hey, we're helping you." So if we need more help, then definitely we have people ready to step on board and help deliver, help paint. I have other painters ready. We have a heated paint booth, so we flip a switch
So
in 30 minutes, it's dry.
people
Um,
you've helped in the past are stepping up and paying. People you've helped in the past are stepping up and paying it forward. That's amazing.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
So
definitely. The people we've helped in the past are definitely stepping up and paying it forward. They know our mission. They know my heart. This isn't the first time that we've done this, and it won't be the last. This is something that's going to stay, and no matter what we have to do, and to keep this business going, we're going to do it.
Trey, thank you. Can we give people your phone number and the best way to reach out to you for those who either want to donate to you or for the families who need your services and it's absolutely free, right? Your
Yes, ma'am.
services.
This is absolutely free.
So the families who could use your services, and I'm sure that would be a big relief for those who choose it, and for the people who'd like to donate to you and help you out.
My personal number, and that's the best way to get in touch with me. If I don't answer, text me. But it's 361-235-9642. Our foundation is called Let Us Soul Shine Foundation. It is a 501(c)(3) company, so nonprofit, and that's how we're able to do this. So if anybody wants to donate, they're more than welcome to. Um, it's going to go to families in need and tragedies just like this. This is something that we want to keep doing. It is our ministry, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to help people, um, because nobody should be going through things like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, my heart goes out to you and to the families, as but you're having those conversations with them, and we're praying for everyone involved. So thank you so much, Trey, for making some time. I know you're busy, so thank you for making time to spread the word and talk to me.
Well, thank you for all you've done for us too. We appreciate it.